bad pictures. Everyone takes them except me. That is erroneous, and I hear a lot of laughter from the control room. We all take bad pictures, right? And Facebook is trying to fix this for us by... Okay, they're using AI to replace your eyeballs in photos where you blinked. Now, I would say blinking photos aren't the worst, but you know, you could see a photo and think, I look so great except for that blink. But for me, it's a lot of other things. I look so great except for that weird thing I'm doing with my mouth, except for what my ears are doing. Why is my hair sticking out here? What's wrong with that? Why is my shirt tucked in only on one side? Where'd that mustard come from? It's a lot of things, but they have to start small. And the eyes are the smallest thing they could think of.
Ooh,
so
and the creepiest.
Yeah, it's a little creepy because that is where you recognize humanity. They are the window to the soul, if you believe in those.
Uncanny Valley.
I said unnecessarily weirdly. It is Uncanny Valley. That is where you would discover it, or one of the places. But this is a technique that uses intelligent in-painting to replicate what eyeballs should look like. That's a lot of AI, is taking data sets and applying them in a way that is hopefully what you would like, but sometimes it is not that. So what they do is they train a machine learning system on photos with people with their eyes open, and then the network, which they call the GAN, the Generative Adversarial Network. Why did I skip on network? They learn characteristics like what your eyes are shaped like, what the color should be. Sometimes they're wrong on that one. But they consider other things like, where's the light coming from? Are they posing to the left? Are they posing to the right? Is it from the front, looking up, looking down? These are all very subtle changes that, let's say, if you have a picture of you looking like this, but your eyes are looking straight that way, it would look insane and not natural. And
really creepy.
I mean, I think your comment about the uncanny valley is interesting because that's where you have to jump off of.
Yeah, and if you've got celebrities who are posting pictures, if these things are changed, then you're going to have some really angry publicists. I say from that part of the industry that I work in there.
I don't work on that part of the industry. I just talk about stuff. So a pair of Facebook researchers recently published some images they used, including this one, where they have different photo sets. Theirs contain images of 200,000 individuals. Here we have 4 with one photo of, so the first one is eyes open. The second is eyes closed. The third is frightening. It looks like the eyes open pasted on the eyes closed. And then the fourth seems to be using AI to make it seem more natural. Especially that woman on the top and that man and no, they're all very scary.
All incredibly creepy because they look like. Here's the thing: like when you're playing video games and like now you're starting to really see eyes track correctly, and it looks like there's something behind them for the way they light them. But this isn't that, and it's still giving me that disembodied zombie look.
You know how sometimes people Photoshop Steve Buscemi's eyes on things that should not have Steve Buscemi's eyes, and it's very off-putting. People as well.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and I didn't mean disembodied. I mean, it's just they look like zombie eyes, and they look like dead eyes. You know when you have somebody who gives a speech who's not very good at it, and the eyes just go completely dead, and it turns you off. It makes you back up. I'm backing up right now until my chair goes over.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, like that whole instead of looking at the camera like this, you just go completely dead, and your eyes glaze over.
That just looks like you're on drugs.
Oh, yeah. That's true. But they do kind of look like they're on drugs.
I mean, your eyes show that you're engaged in the conversation or you're not. I mean, when people seem like they're lying, it's often the eyes that people are subconsciously picking up aren't quite right. They also published another image with celebrities in it. You may notice Naomi Watts in there. So they had people guess the real photo. Audiences selected an AI-generated one 54% of the time. Which is pretty good, you know, technically the majority of the time. So we have different images of people looking different ways and trying to pick which one of these is the true one.
Eye color changes.
I mean, Naomi Watts either has blue or brown eyes. Nobody knows.
Yeah, and it's sort of like with lighter eyes, because mine change color depending on the light in pictures. Like sometimes they look green, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're got hazel, and I think that it's going to do that a lot with lighter eyes.
Well, my eyes are brown, and they're always going to be brown. So I think I'll be okay with this at least.
I will
You
look weird.
seem very off-put by this whole idea off the top. Why is it?
It's not about necessarily about changing stuff. I mean, I have Facetune. I fix up the little things on the picture. So it's not about changing pictures. It's maybe about pictures being changed without my permission.
That's true, because it is AI. I mean, they could generate this for you, show you, and you could be horrified, which is fair because you have a general idea of how you should look.
Yeah.
I mean, but on the other hand, people love photos of themselves, and they love to look good. People are vain, so this could probably work very well. I mean, I've definitely seen myself photoshopped versus not, and a lot of the time I preferred the photoshopped version. It's just human nature.
Yeah, but not if my eyes are all wonky. And people sometimes take pictures of you and post them, and then...
Yeah, it's a little messy. Jenna, we are going to end this show, but thank you so much for coming in. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jenna Bush, B-U-S-C-H, like the beer, not the president. And our next book comes out, Westworld comes out soon, Westworld Psychology.
On Amazon, pre-order it.
Yes.